Quick question. Have you ever done nothing while someone you love got hurt and told yourself that made you innocent? Keep that question in your head, because there's a book in the Bible so short, most people skip right past it. 21 verses, one chapter. The whole thing takes about 5 minutes to read. It's called Obadiah, but hidden in those 21 verses is one of the harshest judgments in the entire Old Testament. And it's not aimed at some enemy army from far away. It's aimed at family. So what did they actually do? Let's get into it. To understand this, we have to go back to Genesis. Two brothers, twins actually, fighting each other before they were even born. Jacob and Esau. Esau came out first. Jacob came out second, grabbing his brother's heel on the way out. Sounds symbolic, right? It was. Jacob's family became the nation of Israel. Esau's family became the nation of Edom. And these two nations lived right next door to each other for hundreds of years. Cousins, basically. Same blood, same history. Now fast forward a long way. In 586 BC, a massive empire called Babylon attacked Jerusalem, Israel's capital city. They burned it down. They destroyed the temple, which was the center of everything Israel believed in. People were running for their lives. So what did Edom do? Their own family, right next door? They didn't help. And it's worse than that. Obadiah says the Edomites stood back and watched. Then they started celebrating. Then they looted what was left. And then, this is the part that should really bother you. They stood at the crossroads, caught Israelites who were trying to escape, and handed them over to the enemy. Some of them, the text suggests, they killed themselves. Let that sink in for a second. Not strangers did this. Family did. So why is this tiny book so intense? Because it's not really written like a comfort message. It reads more like a court case. The prophet Obadiah is standing up and reading the charges against Edom, one at a time. And then he reads the sentence, and the sentence is total. Obadiah says there will be no survivors from Esau's family line. Not you'll lose a battle, erased completely. And here's the strange part. History backs this up. By a couple hundred years later, the Edomites just stopped showing up in history. A whole nation, with cities carved into cliffs you can still visit today, just disappears. But here's what most people miss about this book. It's not really about ancient politics from 3,000 years ago. It's about something a lot more personal. It's about what it means to watch someone you love go through the worst day of their life and decide it's not your problem. Edom didn't attack Jerusalem first. Babylon did that part. Edom's sin was different. It was the sin of watching, of staying comfortable while family fell apart, of turning someone else's disaster into a chance to grab some loot. And the Bible treats that as seriously as the actual violence. Maybe more seriously. Does that surprise you? There's a phrase that shows up again and again in this book. The day of your brother, 4 times. The day of his pain. The day of his fall. The day of his suffering. Obadiah keeps hammering that one word, the day, because it wasn't just what Edom did. It's that they did it on that day, the one day their family actually needed them, and they chose to watch instead. Here's the bigger question this book is really asking, and it's the same question underneath a lot of the Bible. Does it count as innocent if you didn't do the hurting yourself, but you also did nothing to stop it? Edom wasn't confused about right and wrong. They weren't strangers who didn't know Israel's God. They grew up next door. They knew exactly what loyalty was supposed to look like between family. That's what makes their punishment so harsh. They knew better. So here's what I want you to sit with. 21 verses, 5 minutes to read. And one question buried underneath the whole thing that's still just as sharp today. When someone close to you is having their worst day, which side of the road are you standing on?